A new addition sitting here with us.
We got Khadine.
Yes. I like to call her celebrity hairstylist.
Khadine Styles.
That got a good ring.
Styles. Can y'all put her at top of her? Her
yes.
Styles.
Or would you like to call yourself a hair guruist?
I guess you could say that.
Okay.
How long have you been doing hair?
Professionally, about 10 years now.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
Professionally. Yeah. Where can we find you to get this thing beat?
Oh. Well, you have my Instagram. It's Khadine Styles, underscore Styles. And
talk to the people so they feel like,
I'm at the upscale hair salon called Hairstyling by Joseph.
Okay.
It's on 39th Street between Madison and 5th.
Okay.
So check me out.
Will do. Nice. So you've actually been like backstage while we were in the green room while we were talking about a lot of different things. Cheating.
Oh, yeah.
Flirting.
Oh, yeah.
But wait. Before we get, okay. Yeah. But before we get into that, did you flash some of the
Yeah, that's what was going on the whole interview while you was in your phone.
Alright, so yeah, well, before that, right? We gotta. You was pretty much watching the show and all of that. But I wanted to say this before we got into that, right? What do you think about people that target women that wear, weave and makeup?
Oh, they can kick rocks.
That's simple.
That was a real simple thing. Thank you very
They
much.
kick rocks. Yeah.
Just kick rocks.
All right. But can you flash the picture that I had gave you with the dude with the beards, because somebody had made a meme and it was saying how you guys y'all covering up all of the the blemishes and bad things with a beard, so y'all be the main ones complaining about women wearing makeup.
Right.
Is it the same thing?
Yeah, just about.
Alright, so now with the weave thing,
up.
so let's say if I was to go bald, my hairline was receding, I get a piece right here. Do I get looked at crazy now?
Absolutely.
How? You wear weave?
Wait, but if it has to look right.
Real. I was
If
about
it
to
look
say.
right, if it look right.
Because now they have the new
Lace fronts, right. I'm going to give you one of them units.
Right.
Yeah, the units.
Yeah.
Because I'm receding. I got the bat signal and
it looks
everything.
Good. If you get the right one, you actually spend a couple of dollars. You get the good one.
And they style it.
You can be.
Alright, so you wouldn't be judgmental about a guy that's wearing
Maybe it's a double standard.
It
seems like
you know that you're wearing it. Like if I was dating, well, I'm not dating. Of course, I'm married. But if I was dating someone, I wouldn't want to know that he's wearing extension.
Oh, you don't want him all one day just whopping it off.
Yeah, don't do that.
We don't like that either. So, for instance,
Thank you.
being that you said you're married, how long have you been married?
It's going to be 8 years in October.
Oh, wow. It was
8 years?
October wedding.
8
It was
years?
a fall wedding.
Look, 8 years.
Take us back for a second.
No.
I want to know.
No. 8 whole years. 8 whole years.
Yes, 8
but
years.
we don't have a lot of time.
Oh, yeah, I was
She
gonna
can do
say,
that for us another time.
Okay.
We want to get back into, far as the, you've been married that long. And seeing as that you've been married that long, we was talking about is flirting cheating. Now, to you, give us your opinion. There's no wrong answer. Just tell us what you feel about flirting. Is flirting cheating to you?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it all depends on how you deal with it. Like, I get it, flirting, it has, you have to be serious about it or you're just giving the wrong intentions.
Okay.
But I don't think necessarily, flirting could get you something that you might want or, maybe just get your way a little bit. Because I'm okay with, if we went to a restaurant and Kid is, flirting with somebody, which is my husband, Kid, but if he's flirting with somebody that, I ain't gonna stop and get some free food, then I'm okay with that.
Okay, yeah,
So
me
if you
too.
got the used car sales, we like, come on, man.
Flirt with her a little bit. I know you're not going home with her, but that's okay with me.
Right.
All right. So now, in an offensive way, define cheating. Like to you, if you see, you be like, you ain't doing that. Define that, please.
Well, it's a lot to cheating.
So give
us
it.
five.
Once you
No,
get
that's
into,
great. Just give us probably like a shot real quick.
Once
really
you
quick.
start getting physical, I feel like
Okay.
I'm talking about as far as verbally, like what things that might say that you're like,
certain things,
red flag.
Okay, so my red flag is certain things that you might call me as maybe like a nickname. Don't call no other.
Yeah, don't double
Don't
name.
do that.
That's whack.
Because
Yeah.
don't call me that after you done called her
I
that.
gotta get that on the stand.
Don't do
Don't
that.
call me that.
If I'm Sugar
after,
Plum,
right? Exactly.
I'm only Sugar
Exactly.
Plum. Don't call
gotta
her
get that
Sugar
on
Plum
step.
too, baby girl.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Because
Like-
we had a situation like that.
Okay.
He used to call me mama, and he randomly called this girl, "Hey, mama, something." And I'm like, no, see, don't call me that no more.
Right.
'Cause
Maybe it was a
we-
habit. Maybe
So if
This
he
was for
so
me
if
and
he
you.
call you a name, he can't call nobody
No,
else that
absolutely
name.
not.
Oh, so that's a red
Yep.
flag.
Absolutely.
That's good. That's because you're territorial.
Yeah.
And maybe just a little possessive. That's a lot of women.
It's a line between the two. All right, but also you have a kid with him, right?
Yes, we have a 3-year-old.
You have a 3-year-old. He's a boy,
Yes.
right? Adonis, right? Very handsome. All right, so you seen that clip that we had?
Yes.
And give me your spill on what do you think? Do you think it was too much for you? Give us a mother's opinion from it.
It was definitely too much for me. Because if I had a situation like that, whether he's 17 or whether he's 5, I just don't think, first of all, he's not going to hit his father back. No matter how you put it, he's 17, he squared up and he was about to hit him or he tried to hit him. He's not going to really hit his father because he know he's going to knock him out.
Right.
But that was a little bit too far. I think there's other ways in disciplining your child.
Yeah, so you rather the belt?
The nose running thing with the blood, I'm not.
That would have accentuated.
Yeah, that to me was a little too far to me.
Right.
Yeah, I don't.
When he bust his nose, I'm like,
exactly.
I
Stop. This is where you draw the line.
But I had work. I don't got.
That's could have, should have, would have.
It sounds like I beat so bad. I wanted to rip open my mattress and pick the cotton because I felt like a slave.
A slave? Yes, a master.
I'm gonna be free one day.
I never got beat. Like my mom would like pinch us or like put us on like timeout or something, but nothing like get a belt or
it was drill time.
No.
But however, you know what I don't like? I don't like how a lot of Caucasian people, white people, talking so much about how black people beat their kids and that. I wish I would have thought that back in the 1700s.
Right.
You picking that cotton too slow.
Right.
Y'all believed in whippings then. Y'all believe in whippings. Not whippings. Whipping.
Whiplash.
Yeah.
Nah, but my thing is it's just like, all right, a lot of that stems from slavery mentality.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Because a lot of parenting was done differently in our original states, original countries where we come from.
Right.
Parenting was done totally different. But however, you know, something subconsciously is being taught on us to say, all right, this is the way that you need to be. So that's our first resort.
Right.
Because it's already embedded in us now to say like, all right, when something's not going right, get physical, which is primitive. So a lot of time it takes us to be primitive and do certain things. That's why I think that a whipping works. It makes no sense to whip somebody from doing something wrong because they might end up trying to find another way so they won't get whooping. But still do it.
Right.
Opposed to you explaining to them the best way you can so they can rationalize it out. They can say, yo, you know what? That makes sense because I want my children, when I have children's, I want them to love me out of respect and not love me out of fear.
Exactly.
Because it's been time I had to love my mother out of fear. And that just means that I had to find a sneakier way to do things. And I've been a sneaky little bastard ever since.
Versus I had a great bond with my mom because she always talked to us about things. She wasn't like, oh, I'm going to get physical with you and bust you upside your head just because you did something wrong. Talk to me, explain to me how like things should be or how do you want things a certain way, whatever the case is. Granted, you're the parent. It's not always because I said so.
Yeah.
Do as I
mean?
Because sometimes we are human. Even parents are human, and we're wrong sometimes as parents.
Yes.
And then another thing is that we're dealing with humanly things, work, and we subconsciously get a aggression, and we can put that aggression towards other things, even in our past.
Right.
And we doing this to our kids, and the slightest little slip up, they can be hurt for life.
Exactly.
You know, and this goes for verbal abuse too, because it's a scientific fact and face the fact that verbal abuse is 10 times worse than physical abuse, because physical abuse wounds may heal, but however, the whole situation with the verbal abuse, you know, you hear these words over and over again. When other people say these words, it triggers something.
It starts to almost sound like an affirmation, like, I'm not shit? Even if you feel like this shit. If you hear it, hey boy, sit down, that's why you ain't never gonna be shit.
Right.
You start thinking like,
oh. They say the negative tend to stay more than the positive.
Yeah, because negative energy is a bigger ball of energy, it looks like to me, and it's like positive is just all right, and it's just swarming. It's just like, you know. But however, all right, this is what I want to get into also. I'm not going to tell people how to parent their kids because sometimes some kid may need to get slapped or something like that or whatever. But what I'm saying is try to find alternatives. It's more than one way to eat a Reese's.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's more than one way to skin a cat. You know, so a lot of times people think you just resort to here. Let me just beat them real quick, and don't forget that we take these angers out every day subconsciously, and we might, you know, it's been times where I'm like, I'm getting beat too much for this. This is not level class A beating I'm getting today because I didn't do no level class A stuff.
But sometimes beatings work, whippings. I mean, I've only really been whipped like 1 or 2 times that I could actually. But I was a good kid, you know, whatever that might be. That might be different for other people. I did really good in school. I listened. My mother was like the queen, so she came home, she had her water running and stuff like that, because she was hardworking.
Right.
And she still is hardworking to this
Right.
day. So I didn't really get that much beatings, but I felt like maybe if she was a little harder on me, I would be more prone to structure.
Right.
Because I'm very much a rebel, like naturally just.
I grew up with my dad being a police officer.
Mine's
That's number
a
one.
correctional
So
officer.
it's like,
Okay.
it's, you know, like, he was always stern,
Drill
strict,
sergeant.
and
That's how
you know
she
what I
is.
mean?
That's-
So
that's-
my
that's
mom
pretty
is
much
the
how I'm gonna be.
complete
Yeah.
opposite.
Right.
Very lenient. She's
Yin and
able
yang.
to talk to us about things versus my dad is like, has to be a certain way.
Right,
But
assertive.
All right,
Okay.
so yeah, it's the difference between being aggressive and assertive.
Assertive,
There's a
yeah.
real thin line.
Yeah,
So I
not
think-
just the 2 S's and the 2 G's.
Yeah, we
either.
should, we should practice more
Right.
on how to,
Be-
find that medium.
yes,
Because sometimes
be
you can't be too
assertive.
friendly with your kids,
Yeah.
and then you can't be too stern with
Especially
your kids.
nowadays.
Yeah, it's-
about to say,
and we're
yeah.
not even
Young
allowed to.
parents,
We're not even allowed
right.
to do certain things.
Right.
And my one advice to people parenting is like, watch what you do around your kids, because kids are a sponge. The things
Yeah.
that you're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about,
Okay.
they're collecting it. The things that you're doing, they're collecting it. Whether it be
Okay.
smoking around them, whether it
That's
be
right.
batting around them,
Right.
whether it be the conversation that you have with your homegirls on the phone
yep.
or your homeboys on the phone. Watch what you do, because they collect these things and it stays with them subconsciously.
That's very true.
Forever.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cardi B. But real quick, I would like for you to give us some marital advice, some advice on marriage and being a mom. Real quick, real quick. Some give us a quick
Well,
good.
it's been 3 years since I've been a mom, but
3 years.
I mean, raising your kids is like there's no book for
Okay,
raising
yeah,
your
it
kids.
isn't.
Like
Mhm.
you go as daily and just go with the flow and try to do your best. Because a lot of people tend to do like all the extra stuff and just my kids are this or my kids are that, or like try to just do too much and then you turn out your kids shit.
Were you one of the parents that?
But
What's up?
I just want my son to like just be great. Like he just
Okay.
has I'm trying to like make him be in activities because we're raising a black boy in the hood.
Yeah, urban community.
So I try to make sure like at 2 he started soccer practice. So just to be in activities, not
Make him
I
versatile,
don't want him
right.
to be in the streets or
Right.
Yeah.
whatever the case is. I'm just taking it day
So
by
now,
day with him.
now also, can you give us some type of relationship, like marriage advice? Give us something real quick, like just real brief, something that we can take with us. Give us a little snack in the goodie
My
bag.
main thing in relationship is communication. Communicating is key. Like you guys have to be on the same page as far as almost everything. Just be on the same page with each other and communicate. Like that's my main thing.
Well, you heard it here.
Communication is key.
Well, give your
It sure
Brandon
is
thought.
key.
Yeah, I do have one for you guys. I feel like even whether it's parenting or whether it's being in marriage, whether it's cheating, whether it's flirting, passion takes you a long way. Never do it
Right.
to prove others wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Do it to prove to yourself that it's right, because focus on you, not them, because those who don't mind don't matter. Judge a man by his questions, not by his answers.
Yeah.
I'm Brandon Thought. Face, hit him with the facts.
Well, out of all the things that we spoke about today, right? I would like to say that you are what you believe yourself to be, but that does not mean that that's who you are.
That's right.
All right, how people perceive you and how you perceive yourself is totally different. The things that you do that you may think that you're completely right about, or you could think that you're Mr. Perfect, or you could think you're Mr. Wrong. Somebody else might see that as being something totally different. So, like, it piggybacks off of what they said. Communication is key, and it's best to know who you are and be able to verbalize who you are to those you love and those around you. So feel free to tell people like, yo, listen, this is the way that I am. This is my strength and this is my weaknesses.
That's right.
Let's try to work around it and compromise. Life is all about compromise.
That's
So
right.
let's please face the facts. Who we think we are and how somebody else may see us are two totally different things.
Absolutely.
And this has been a wonderful show today.
I've enjoyed it.
Face the facts. We got the wonderful Khadine with us today. This is like my sister. All right. And I'm going to show pictures one more time of some, some tings. Some
it some of
tings.
your
Like,
work?
if you want to
Some
get
of
your
your
head
work?
beat, you know who to holler at,
Check out
Say,
my Instagram.
Face the Facts promo. She might get a little discount, a little something, something. You know,
Tell them we sent you.
get us some fruit snacks, some snoo snacks.
I also want to shout out to all of the listeners, the viewers, the people who watch us on YouTube, to Facebook. When y'all liking, y'all commenting, we really thank you for
Appreciate
taking the time out to tune in to us and yell at us and scream at us and do all the things you do when you're watching the show.
Say that one more time.
Oh, our lovely interns.
We want to give a shout out to our interns when they do work.
They do their work. They work.
Our lovely interns. Okay?
Our lovely interns. Thank you to everybody.
Whoop.
And also shouts out, of course, to GoPro Radio.
GoPro Radio Network.
It wouldn't be,
and it's the fastest growing network in the galaxy.
In the galaxy. Fastest growing network. I almost could imitate
what we'll do is. But all right, this has been a conclusion of another show, man. Be safe, all right? Enjoy this weather that we're having. Face out. Short and sweet.
You're listening to content developed by the GoPro Radio Network, the fastest growing network in the galaxy. GoPro Radio Network. Listen to the voices in your head.